I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Hello fellow nerds and crafters. Today I'm working on this, it's a hobbit house. I thought it was adorable. It's a little plant pot. It's very small. I think it would be good for like air plants or starter type plants, maybe succulents, teeny tinies. There's a lot of cute things on here. There's a little water wheel. I did paint the door beforehand because I was uncertain if I was going to paint the outside of this mold with some markers or if this would work, so I just did the door. I just did the handle, a little bit of brown, and everything else is going to be this color green by Just Resin. And then, like I said, I'm going to try maybe these pen markers, paint markers, that's the word, paint markers, and paint the outside of it after to give it a little bit more dimension. This green is a lot more vibrant and a little bit transparent-y, a little bit more transparent than I was originally thinking for it, but I just wanted to try and make it a simple pour by just pouring in one color and then coloring it afterwards, because I thought that would be the easiest way rather than going through with the mica powders, which always takes so long and you make it a mess when you try and flip the mold back inside out or right side out. So very simple. I'm just going to pour in all this resin, move it to the pressure pot, and fill it all the way up to the top. I definitely overfilled that. I did not mean to fill it so high before moving it to the pressure pot. This is a very soft, squishy silicone mold, so if I pick it up at this point, I'm probably just going to spill half of it. So I'm taking some of that out, then I'm going to put it in the pressure pot, and I will refill it back up. So once it is cured, it's looking pretty good. You can see obviously more of the things now. I did spill a little bit. It is over poured a tiny bit, so that will just come off pretty easy. I think it's pretty thin, can probably just be pulled off. I think I did that. I might have clipped it off, but it's easy to remove. And the mold itself is very easy to demold as well, because like I said, it's very squishy silicone. So now that it is demolded, we can see there's a little door, a window, a little pathway, a little cute chimney. I think that's supposed to be extra textured grass up top, the little water wheel there, and then this little hole for your plant. Or, apparently, you can put pens and markers and stuff in it too. So I'm going to take some acrylic, I think they are, acrylic pen markers, and I'm just going to go ham and start coloring. That was my original plan when I did this. I thought that it would be easier to just pour it all in one color and then go in and paint it all up. I don't know that these are the best markers. They're definitely, the tips aren't as thin and precise as I need them to be sometimes, so they're not the best. I will, maybe if I remake this again, I'll probably just go in with like a regular acrylic paint and then paintbrush. I go at this for a while. It felt like forever, and I've sped it up and I've chopped out a bunch because I'm just coloring up the outside of this with markers. So enjoy watching that. I decided I didn't like the red on there either. It was too bright. So I just replaced it with some of the more greens and grays and things. I think if I do this in acrylic paint, I can do some better techniques like dry brushing techniques to pull out the texture in like the grassy top area, which would be better than kind of what I'm doing now, which is kind of a dry brush technique but with a marker, so it didn't fully work. I think I'm also not 100% happy with the base green color, just for this project. I do like that color, I just think that it didn't work out for what I was going for this project. I think I would have preferred a darker or a grassier green, I guess. I think this green is what Ben and Nicole from Ben's work call frog green, and it's just a little bit too bright, I think, for what I was going for. So this is what it looks like in the end. I kind of went over everywhere with more green just to try and give it a bit more dimension. I think I end up getting rid of that strange coloring around the door that's kind of like green and beige, I think, maybe? You'll see it in the photos. Here's the photos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment if you could, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.